Hey yo, what's going on, my people? It's Manny X. I'm here to show you another way I get down. Today we're gonna be looking at VocAlign Pro. I don't know if y'all stack vocals, but this is a great tool for being able to make sure that your lead and your background vocals are nice and tight. This is a technique that I use. Check this out, man. So here we have a lead vocal right here. Today I'm gonna just lock in the harmonies that I did here. So these are basically a second harmony to the lead. Most of the time I like to be sporadic and I'll sprinkle in just moments. For example, I might just do this line right here. But what I found from stacking vocals is it's a lot easier to get a tighter lock if you do the whole phrase, and then you can go in and cut off things that you don't necessarily rock with, you know. The whole song is pretty much done now. I'm only going to do a couple sections, but you can see right here, this is my lead vocal up here, and I have two harmonies. I'm going to pan them left and right, but for now I like to leave them all in the center so that I could lock them in. For the most part it looks good, right? Like the transient is what you're looking for. This looks alright, but you can see right here that this lead vocal starts a little bit before this bar, but these words here are a little bit behind. If you look at these moments right here, like the transients, they're not exactly lined up, which can cause a feeling of grouping when you're doing background vocals. In some cases that's nice, in other cases it sounds sloppy and it's distracting from the lyrics, right? So you kind of have to make up your mind, like how much grouping do you want to allow, and at some point you want to tighten up some parts. I want my background vocals to be tight with my lead, so I'm going to use my lead as my reference. And back in the day, what I would do is I would basically have to go in and cut each one of these, move them to the actual place, and hope that they align. And you can imagine if we're doing that syllable by syllable, it can take a while. The great thing about VocAlign is it does the work really quick. So let's get into it. If we go over to Audio Suite, I pick other. VocAlign is down here. Basically, the way this program works is you have a capture feature. You want to capture what we call the guide, which would be the lead or the reference, whatever you want to match. Then you have your dubs. What we do is you want to make sure your start and end points are exactly the same. I've already cut my takes and I've created crossfades at the end of each of them. I do that every time that I'm going to work on my vocals. I like to make sure that the start and end points are always fixed and clean. And I look for crossfades. So once my start and end points, even if it's blank like this, that's okay. As long as your start and end points are the same. I highlight my guide. I'm going to capture it. Then I'm going to select whichever I want to be the dub, and I'm going to capture it. And then you can see right here, it's showing me where my lead is. It's like the little light yellow. And then the purple line would be the dub that I'm trying to lock in. So when I render it, you'll notice the way it transitions here. I'm going to just press render, boom, and it stretched it out. And then I'm going to do the same with this, boom. And I mean, it's not always like 100% perfect because I could go into the parameters here and like really get into how tight I want it to be, but I do want it to feel natural. For the most part, it does align these transients. In this moment right here, I'm seeing it needs a little nudge, so I'll just move it over, crossfade the ends, and now it's nice and clean. Why'd I let you get this close? All right, perfect. Let's move on to the next one here. Let's look at a before and after. This is a before. I was trying to make you mine. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead and unlock these in. Oops. I was trying to make you mine. I don't know if you were able to tell, but that was significant, even though it was subtle. The tightness on each of those syllables. It feels like one voice. And then I can go in and turn the volumes down and do my mix, but I like to keep them so that I can identify each of the voices. Why don't I feel stuck with you? I don't know what's up with you, but I ran out of luck when I fuck with you. Oh. All right, let's go back. Capture this. Capture the dub, lock it. Capture the dub, lock it. Boom. Why do I feel stuck with you? I don't know what's up with you, but I ran out of luck when I fuck with you. Oh. That's pretty much how I do it, man. I like to make sure that my vocals are nice and tight. The last thing is, all right, let's say I like it and it's all set. Then I can go into some levels. Now, I established it as my left and my right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan them hard left and hard right. And this is where it becomes a matter of taste. Normally, I do my second harmony like maybe at 80%, 75, 80% left and right. And I'll do my leads, which I have down here, at 100%. Now, if I listen to that back. Why do I feel stuck with you? I don't know what's up with you, but I ran out of luck when I fuck with you. Ooh, let me go back to the center so you can hear the difference. This is it with it centered. Why do I feel stuck with you? I don't know what's up with you, but I ran out of luck when I fuck with you. And this is with it panned. Why do I feel stuck with you? I don't know what's up with you, but I ran out of luck when I fuck with you. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it was something educational, something you can take with you and work on your projects. Thank you so much for your time. God bless you, man. I hope you're safe. And yeah, man, let's keep in touch. Be safe. God bless.